Hello people! As you probably know by now that I've already done almost all of the total drama characters of my tier list opinion. So here's a reminder about this is generation 1, about my opinions about all the characters of my first reaction to the series. Here is generation 2, Zoe's my favourite character, definitely. B is a second close. Generation 3. I just like Sky too much, I do. Max is the funniest and Sugar is the most interesting character. So, that's just a quick reminder. But before I start my 4th generation character opinions, there's one character from Generation 3 which I forgot to add in. And that is Topher, and I apologise from my last video, of my last tier list opinion video, that I forgot to add Topher. I like Topher, I do. He's alright. I mean, I wouldn't call him my favourite character, but he's interesting that he wants to be like Chris McLean. So, if I had to put him somewhere, which I forgot to do in my Generation 3 video, I'll probably put him maybe in the alright section. I like him more than Dave and Rodney. I like him more than Scarlet. That's a good one. I'll put him between Scarlet and Rodney, but that's my opinion based on Topher, which I apologise for forgetting to do him in my Generation 3 video. And now you know all about all the characters of my opinion based on Parky 2 Island. Now we've got Topher out of the way, let's get on with the Ridonculous Race, and there are lots of characters to get through in this one. So I created a separate opinion. I've got Love, Good, Alright and Meh. So, let's start. Well, it's all in alphabetical order anyway, which is fine. Brody is the first character to talk about. Brody is Jeff's partner because Owen, Noah, Jeff and Leonard also participate in the Ridonculous Race. But because I already reviewed those characters, I'm just going to stick to the ones that was introduced in the Ridonculous Race. What do I think about Brody? I like him, I do. I don't call him my favourite character, but, you know, he's alright. Nothing special, but nothing bad either. Just a good opinion based on him. There's actually an alternative finale which Jeff and Brody won. Which team do I like? You know, I prefer to win in the Ridonculous out of Brody and Jeff and MacArthur and Sanders. I like MacArthur and Sanders winning more because they truly deserved it after going through so much, especially with Jacques and Jose, which are the anti-protagonists in the Ridonculous Race. I like Brody, but maybe not as much as some of the upcoming characters of the Ridonculous Race I'll talk about. Carrie we got next, and I'm going to drag her to where I need to talk about with her. Carrie is probably, without a doubt, one of the best characters of total drama I could think of. She's caring, she's considerate, she's soft, she can be serious, but not sorrow serious. She can be a little bit impatient, but she knows why. She's clever. Carrie, or Kari, because her name is spelled as Carrie. Kari, it's the same name. I think Carey is possibly my favourite character from the Ridonculous Race, or maybe one of my favourite characters of all time from Total Drama. I just love Carey, I do. Wow, I just love Carey, I do. So caring, friendly, loving. I wish I could hug her in the real world if she was real. If you have a different opinion based on Carey, that's fine, as long as you're honest and respectful. But Carey is possibly my favourite character from the Ridonculous Race, and maybe even the whole franchise of Total Drama. Maybe one point I might do favourite Total Drama characters tier list, maybe one day, of all of my favourite Total Drama characters. We'll have to wait and see, but Carey, she'll definitely be my top 3 Total Drama characters. I just love her way too much not to just choose anyone else. I really hope she might get merchandise someday. Maybe Funko Pop or a Redbubble t-shirt or cushion. I would love that. Anyway, Chet we got next. Chet is spelled as C-H-E-T. Chet and Lorenzo, which are the stepbrothers, they are incredibly funny. Why? Because Chet and Lorenzo are actually like bullies you'll get at high school or in college. And I've never seen these type of characters actually arguing with each other instead of bullying somebody like Carey or Mickey or Tom. I like Chet, I do. I like him more than Brody, but definitely not more than Carey. Chet is funny, he is. I like with his college 18-year-old bullying appearance. Wow. Very interesting. Crimson we got next. I like Crimson, I do, with her gothic characteristics and very monotone personality. She actually does take notice and actually properly reacts rather than acting so unimpressed all the time. Like that. When her makeup got all ruined because she went in the water along with Uni, which is spelled E-N-N-U-I, they actually properly reacted. I like her, I do. I like her more than Brody, but not as much as Chet. So I'm gonna put her in the good section. I just, I think somebody just might be too much to choose anybody else from the Ridonculous Race. Devon we got now. I like Devon, I do. He's confident, he's sociable, he's polite. He's actually a girlfriend with Carey. He's lucky. Devon is a really nice, friendly character. Definitely a lot more friendly than Chet and MacArthur and Emma. Do I like him more than Brody? I like Brody and Devon in general. Alright, I'll tell you what. Because he's got Carey, I'll put him in on a higher place. Do I like him more than Crimson? I'll put him here because these characters are a little bit difficult to rate because there's some characters I really like, some I like in general, and then some ones I don't find as interesting as other characters. He's definitely not as popular as Chet in my opinion, but I like him, I do, and he's lucky to have Carey with him. I thought I said something wrong though. Oops. Don, the host now. What do I think of Don? And I'm actually smiling because Don is very professional. He's definitely a lot more professional than Chris McLean himself. He's definitely not as rough and tough like Chef. Do I like him more than Devon, Crimson and Brody? I do actually. Do I like him more than Shet? I'll tell you what, because he is the host, I'll place him in second place because Don feels comical, he does, where, you know, I do take him seriously and I like Don as his presenting skills. He can be very sarcastic, which I can agree with. That's what makes him stand out. It's like in the end of the Ridonculous Race, he just goes, "Yes, throw your money on the ground. That's just brilliant." With his expression and the way he just looks on impressed. Wow. Oh dear. Sorry, it's just when I'm thinking about Don, he's just so funny and so interesting. I would definitely won't like him more than Kerry because Kerry is just my favourite. Don is second place because he's funny, sarcastic, clever. I like his Sky Sports characteristics. He's professional, which is definitely one of the words that you want to describe Don from the Ridonculous Race. We got Junior's dad now. I'm trying to remember his name. Sorry if I forgot, but I am trying to remember his name. I got it from somewhere. I'll just name him Junior's dad. I deeply apologise to all drama fans for forgetting his actual name. I like Junior's dad, I do. Not as much as Devon or Crimson. I'll put him in the good or the alright section. Which one do I want to place him? I don't find him as interesting as Don or Shet. He's alright, I won't call him a bad character, but he seems to be a proper pushover. I'll put him in the alright section. He's alright, not one of the best characters I ever knew, but he's okay. We got Elodie now, which is one of the clever scientists. Because Elodie and Mary only had a few amounts of screen time, we don't really know them too well apart from their scientific knowledge. I like Elodie, I do. I won't call her anything special, but I'll just place her in the good section. But you know, she didn't really have a lot of screen time because of her early elimination along with Mary. She's alright. I like her a bit more than Junior's dad, but maybe not as much as Brody, because at least we get to know Brody a bit well, because he didn't get voted off. He didn't lost too early. I like Elodie, I do. Maybe if she was in another season, maybe we'll get to know her better. Emma we have now. I like Emma, I do. You know, with Kitty, and she has her boyfriend Noah. Emma is an interesting character. She went from being a very serious, concentrated person to being having more layers in herself, with more characteristics and more reactions, rather than acting all serious and mature and, you know, quite stubborn all the time. I really like Emma, I do. Definitely more than these characters. Do I like her more than Shet? Sorry, Shet, I do actually, because I care about Emma, I do. Do I like her more than Dawn? Well, because Emma is a very caring person and she's more than just someone being like a very strong, a serious sister to Kitty. I'm going to place Emma. I am thinking hard. I'm going to place her in second place because, you know, despite the fact that she doesn't do what Kitty does, she really cares about other people like Noah and Kitty and Carrie and Devon when they got eliminated because an ostrich pushed Devon over the cliff and he got himself injured and needed the helicopter and they were not exactly disqualified, but Devon was injured and they can't compete anymore. Emma shows a great care of passion and respect to others, you know, especially in the later episodes of the Ridonculous Race. So Emma's in second place, just behind my favourite of Carey. Inui we got now. I like Inui, I do, with his gothic, his Assassin's Creed and Guitar Hero characteristics. You know, I like how the way he reacts, especially when he thinks that he lost his bunny Lukey. When he goes, no. I think I just started smirking because it was supposed to be an overreaction. He knew he just reacted like if it's a completely common thing. It's all calm, cool, and collected. I'm going to place him more on the higher place of the good section because I like how he's more than just simply gothic. He actually has emotions and reactions. Yeah, when he tried to perform on stage without his makeup, he actually got emotional. That much makes him interesting. He doesn't even react much when he comes in first place and Dawn is like over the moon. Them two would just go, whatever. Wow. Pete we have now, and yes, I do remember his name. I like Pete, I do. One of the retired tennis players, I think Pete and Jerry was. I'm going to place him on the good section just as he's just a good character. I mean, because of his early elimination along with Jerry, we don't know them too well. Maybe if he got eliminated later, then maybe we could get to know them more. Same thing with Elodie. These characters are just nearly forgettable, but I've managed to remember their names, except for Junior's dad, which I still can't remember his name, which I apologise. Jacques we got now, one of the anti-protagonists. I like him, I do. He actually seems to be a bit calmer than Jose when it comes to compete in the race. I like him, I do, as a anti-protagonist. I wouldn't call him one of my favourite characters, but I like him, I do, as a villain, which eventually has to admit defeat when they come in third place in the finale episode, when they all arrived in New York City, I think it was. Do I place him in between Inui and Devon, or where do I place him in the good section? I am thinking, where would I place him? Probably just in between Inui and Devon. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll place him in because he's a good guy and he's supposed to be the villain. I've only placed Devon a bit higher because he's friendly and respectful and caring for others with Jacques. He always seems to make it about him all the time, along with Jose. So I like him, I do. Jay we got now, and I've managed to remember which one's which. Jay is the one with the green collar in the inside, and Mickey's the one with the helmet. What do I think of Jay? Jay's alright. I wouldn't call him one of my favourite characters. I'll place him, higher than Junior's dad, but I won't call him too interesting. More than he's just maybe cowardly or paranormic, or he's just too horrified all the time about anything and everything. The same with Mickey, really. I'm going to quickly just talk about Mickey. Jay and Mickey are about the same. They're not bad characters, but they only seem to have a one-dimensional characteristic. So I'm going to place the both of them here because Jay and Mickey are about the same character. Neither of them are really different. When you can compare Amy and Sammy in Parky 2 Island, Amy's more of the bad one and Samey's more of the nice one. At least you can tell the difference. That goes along with Katie and Sadie. Them two are different. But Jay and Mickey, they're about the same, they are. No offence, but they're just nothing special. At least Elodie and Pete has hobbies and interests and they're good at something. Jay and Mickey are more like ordinary, along with Junior's dad. They're just nothing more than just realistic people, I suppose. They're okay, but I won't call them my favourite characters. Jen we have now from the Ridonculous Race. I like Jen, I do. We know that she's a fashion blogger along with Tom. She's interesting. Will I call her one of my favourite characters? I will call her interesting because I like vlogging too, but I've never seen her as one of my favourite characters. So I'm going to place her on the higher area of the good list. I like Jen, I do. Not my favourite, but definitely more than Jay and Mickey and Junior's dad at least. Jose we have now. Jose is an interesting character. She's like more of the proper anti-protagonist than Jacqueezy's, where she is definitely seems to be the proper villain of the Ridonculous Race. Jose always seems, and along with her partner Jacquees, they always just love smiling at the camera and just stand out and wave and smile all the while. Well, maybe because they realise we're on TV that much. That could be the possible reason. I'm going to place her higher than Jacquees. I don't know, maybe she's just looks a bit more interesting. But I'll place her lower than Devon because, well, she's obviously their anti-protagonist. But I like her, I do. Not one of my favourite characters, but I enjoyed her screen time as, at least as a male and a female anti-protagonist, which in the previous shows you only got like a female protagonist in Parky 2 Island. Lightning is the anti-protagonist in Revenge of the Island. Mal is in All Stars. And Heather is the anti-protagonist in Total Drama Island. Justin is in Total Drama Action. And Alejandro is the anti-protagonist in World Tour. So it's probably the first season in Total Drama where you got a male and a female anti-protagonist in one season. So yeah, I like Jacquees and Jose as the villains. Junior we have now. Junior's alright. I mean, he's just a common Fortnite fever Happy Wheels dude, isn't he? Where you get comedy like that, where characters like him are quite moody and all down and always looking unimpressed. But until they spend time with his dad, they get along better. They do. I like him more than his dad. I like him more than Jay and Mickey. Do I like him more than Pete? Not really, because I didn't consider Junior as one of my favourite characters, but I won't call him as very uninteresting, unlike Jay and Mickey. At least with Pete, at least he's sociable and he's competitive, where with Junior, he feels like he never really wants to be in the Ridonculous Race in the first place. He's alright, I mean, at least he can stand up to his dad, I suppose. Not much else to say about Junior, really. We got Kelly now. I just remember their name in my head. I didn't mind Kelly. Again, with Junior, not one of my favourite characters, but I like her in general. Do I like her more than Junior? Probably. Do I like her more than Pete? Probably not. You know, sometimes when it comes to the middle section, it gets really hard to rank the characters, the ones that you don't love, but you don't hate either. The middle section always seems to be the most difficult one to rank any characters or shows. So, Kelly's alright. She finally stands up to her daughter, Taylor. Yeah, nothing more than just a good character in my opinion. I don't hate her, but I don't love her either. Kitty we have now, which is another one of my favourite characters. I love Kitty, I do. You know, she's positive, she's quite, well, not giggly, but she's more friendlier than Emma. I like Kitty, she has different personalities, characteristics, and she does take the game seriously. It's been a pity they weren't in the final though, along with Carrie and Devin. Never mind. I like Kitty, I do, definitely more than most of these characters. Definitely more than Shet. Do I like her more than Dawn? I do actually. I really like Kitty, you know, with her appearance and her personalities. Now, tricky one. Do I like her more than Emma? From when I first reviewed Kitty, when I was watching the Ridonculous Race a few weeks ago, I actually like Kitty more than Emma because Kitty was the one that has that fun personality, that she has a fun side of her life. Do I like her more than Carrie? That's a definite no, but she's my second favourite character. So we'll probably have a top 5 list already. You've got Carrie, Kitty, Emma, Dawn, and Shet. Carrie is just, without a doubt, my favourite character from the Ridonculous Race. I know I've already mentioned it, but I just love Carrie, I do. I just wish I could see her in the real world. I wish I'll meet somebody like her. Who knows, as a true friend, maybe one day. Laurie we got now, and yes, I do remember her name. I didn't mind Laurie, but she didn't get much screen time because of her early elimination. I didn't mind her. I'll put her in the alright section. I like her more than Jay and Mickey, but I won't like her more than any of these characters because we don't know Laurie much. We don't. Maybe if she was in another season, maybe we'll get to know her better. We got Lorenzo now. I like Lorenzo, I do. Yeah, again, because we're Shet with his comical, bullying appearance. Do I like him more than Shet? Or more than most of these characters? Lorenzo? I'm going to put him next to Shet because they'll probably come in a tie place, they do. Because they're quite similar to each other, Shet and Lorenzo, the stepbrothers. They'll probably come in the place 5th place. They do of my favourite characters. Sorry, I thought I heard something in the background. We've only got a few characters left now. MacArthur we have. What do I think of MacArthur? I like MacArthur, I do. You know, with her police appearance and her skills, and she's quite confident. She can be a bit crackers, she can. I like MacArthur, I do. I even consider her as one of my favourite characters because she even appears in Total Dramarama, which I like. Do I like her more than Shet and Lorenzo? I do, actually. Do I like her more than Dawn? You know what? I will place her higher because, you know, she actually won the Ridonculous Race along with Sanders. Do I like MacArthur more than Emma? This is getting pretty tricky. Emma or MacArthur? If I had to pick someone, say like if I was playing a dodgeball game, or if I was doing a Kahoot in a group, if I had to pick someone, I'll pick Emma, I would. So MacArthur comes in 4th place of my favourite characters. You know, I really like her with her interesting appearance and her personalities and characteristics. I really like MacArthur, I do. Mary we have now. What do I think about Mary? Mary's good. Same thing with Elodie. I like them too, but we don't know them much because of their early elimination in the season. I think Elodie and Mary will probably come in a close. So we got 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, in a close 15th place of my favourite characters. So that makes Pete, or is it Jerry or is it Pete? I don't know. I thought his name's Pete and that other guy's name is Jerry. Let me see on my iPhone. I'll just be a second. So, Troll Drama Pete. Ah, that's not Pete. That's Jerry, actually. I deeply apologise for making that mistake. I thought he was Pete and he is Jerry. I think it's maybe because I met a person called Pete. Yeah, maybe it was just confusing. I didn't mean to make that mistake. I apologise to all drama fans. I didn't mean to mistake Jerry and Pete's name. So Elodie and Mary are interesting characters, but we don't know them too much. Unlike Carrie and Dawn and Devin. Maybe they have more screen time in another season or Total Drama. Maybe there is more to them than their scientific knowledge. Who knows? I like Mary in general, but just don't know her very well, or too much. Miles is another character that didn't get a lot of screen time because she and Laurie got eliminated quite early in the race. So, Laurie and Miles are pretty much like Elodie and Mary. You know, I like Elodie and Mary more than Laurie and Miles. You know, they need more screen time so we can get to know them better. I thought to myself earlier today about if I was a writer on Total Drama, you know, how I would write a season. I might do a separate video based on that and what characters I would like to write a season about and who would be the winner or who would be the villain. Now, this is Pete I'm talking about. I apologise just a minute ago about mixing up the names of Pete and Jerry. I like Jerry, I do, but because of his early elimination, we don't know him too much. So I'm going to place him, Pete and Jerry in the same place. as with Elodie and Mary. Just good characters, but, you know, just not much information based on them. Rock we have now, and yes, that is his actual name, Rock. I like Rock, I do. He's not one of my favourite characters, but I like Rock. He's like a guardian to Spud, and I'm not talking about Spud from Bob the Builder. Rock is like a brother to Spud, where Rock, you know, focuses on the game all the while. Where do I place him in the goods section? I'll probably place him just behind Brody. He got a bit of screen time along with Spud. Yeah, I like Rock, I do. Just nothing more than just a good taste in my opinion. Ryan we have now. What do I think of Ryan? I like Ryan, I do. Although he seems to be a pushover to Stephanie in the later episodes of the Ridonculous Race. Do I consider Ryan as one of my favourite characters? I didn't originally when I was watching the Ridonculous Race. Where do I place him in the good section? So... I'll probably place him just behind Rock and Elodie. I like him, but no more than just a good character. I don't consider him a favourite. Sanders we have now. I can say I do like MacArthur more than Sanders, because maybe Sanders is just maybe less interesting to me, but I do like her in general. Where do I place? Do I like her more than Rock? I'll place her in between Rock and Ryan, because I don't consider her as a favourite, but I'll consider her a bit better than Jay and Mickey and Junior's dad. I do like MacArthur because she's interesting, whereas Sanders, she's not as interesting as MacArthur, but that's just my opinion. Only a few characters now. Spud. I'm not talking about from Bob the Builder, that is his actual name in the Ridonculous Race. I like Spud, I do. I do like him more than Rock because of his late reactions, where, say, like if his shorts are on fire, it takes him about 20 seconds to react, and he'll probably start screaming and running around the place. I like with his lazy expressions and laid-back characteristics. Do I like him more than Brody? I do. Do I like him more than Crimson? I do. Do I like him more than the Ice Dancers? I like him more than Jacques, but not as much as Jose, so I'm going to place him here. You know, it's the specific taste of each character, of what do I think of them. So, we have Stephanie now. In the first few episodes of the Ridonculous Race, I actually liked Stephanie, but over time, she got incredibly bossy, she did, and incredibly selfish. You know, if Stephanie was exactly the same, I'd probably place her on a higher place on the good list, but because of how she seems to pick on Ryan all the while, being, well, jealous, maybe it's their relationship's definitely complicated. I'll probably place her in between. I'll place her here to make it fair because of her different side of her personality and how the way she communicates to her boyfriend. Tammy we have now, only 3 characters left, we're nearly done. I like Tammy, I do. But because she was the first person to go in the Ridonculous Race along with Leonard, I don't really know her well. Maybe if she actually was eliminated later in the Ridonculous Race, then maybe we could have got to know her better. I'll place her in between the highest place of the alright section, but because of her early exit, we don't know her too much. I do like her more than Laurie, Miles, Jay, Mickey and Junior's dad, but probably not any more than anybody else on this list. Taylor we have now. Taylor's a very controversial choice because I wasn't very keen on Taylor when I was watching the Ridonculous Race. She's too selfish, she is. Pretty much like Stephanie. I'm gonna place I'll probably place her on the lowest area because she was just too nasty, she was. At least with Jose and Jacquees, they're actually positive, where with Taylor, she's always just seems to be mostly moody and quite demanding and spoiled. Spoiled's definitely the word for Taylor. So that's just my first opinion while I was watching a Ridonculous Race about Taylor. She's probably my least favourite character from the Ridonculous Race. And Tom, which is the last character of the whole Total Drama franchise I'm going to be talking about. I like Tom, I do. Not as much as Jen, but I like him in general. He's pretty much the same as Jen, really. Where do I place him in the good bit? I'll probably place him in between Crimson and Brody. It's just because Tom's just a general interest character, but not one of my personal favourites. And that is all the characters of Generation 4 and the whole franchise of every single drama character I talked about. And yeah, I can confirm my top characters. So coming in 6th place, tied, is Chet and Lorenzo because they're comical and they look like proper bullies in high school, but they go at each other instead of anyone else in the race. Donna's my 5th favourite because of his professional and sarcastic and sometimes expressional characteristics and personalities. MacArthur's my 4th favourite because I like her confident and, serious, sometimes a very friendly, serious characteristics she has. She's just interesting. She's more than just one-dimensional. Emma's my 3rd favourite because she's caring and she's, she takes notice of everything and she's sociable. Kitty's my 2nd favourite because I really like Kitty in general. I just like her appearance, her personalities, what she's into, how she communicates. She's just so friendly, she is. And without a doubt, my #1 favourite character of Total Drama, the Ridonculous Race, is Carrie. I love Carrie, I do. Maybe even my all-time favourite Total Drama character. So that's all of the Total Drama characters I talked about one by one. Maybe at one point I might actually do an all-time favourite characters of Total Drama, the ones from my favourite section. So we got some of these, 5 characters from Generation 2, Generation 3, and Generation 4. So probably my next tier list video based on Total Drama is my all-time favourite characters, about who's my best character I ever love from Total Drama. The #1 character I would think of all the time when it comes to Total Drama. Well, that's it for another video. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to subscribe, free, help yourself, and there's no force at all. And I'll see you on another video. Take care for now.